Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good hello. Welcome to this week's Fiberific Live Craft and Chat, where we craft and chat live. So much chat going on in before the stream started. I kind of got sucked into what you guys are all talking about. So John, I do know you're watching Mr. Subaru, and it's not going to finish before the stream starts. So you failed in keeping that a secret. Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. You guys all know the drill. If you are new to the Fiberific Live Craft and Chat, what we do here is I sit here working on a project while we talk about anything and everything, just like a real craft group. I don't know if you've been to a real craft group, but you sometimes talk about craft and you sometimes talk about life and stuff that happens and, cool things and all that kind of stuff. Angela says, definitely can see and hear you. That is awesome. Thank you, Angela, for letting me know. Angela has the little super sticker marker, and I just wanted to explain a little bit what that is. You may notice that some people in the live chat have got different colored names. So there's white, there's blue, there's green. The blue are our moderators. Okay, so those guys are in here keeping the chat fun. They are making sure the spam bots don't get us, or at least they get rid of the spam bots once they've got us. We can't keep them out. And so the spanner chicks can, or wrenches, if you're not in Australia, they can go in and they can add in links, they can make suggestions, things like that. The green names are our channel members. These are the wonderful, amazing people who actually support the live stream financially. Each month they have clicked the join button down the bottom, and it's a rolling thing. They can disconnect whenever they feel like it, and they get some little perks. They get their green name. They get to their comments get highlighted. They also get a bonus super chat every month. So after you've been a member for a month, if you click the little at the bottom of the chat, you'll see a little money thing. It's got it's a paper note. I think it's supposed, I don't know. Click that, and if you're a channel member, you may be able to get in and make a comment like Kelly Pole can see and hear. Thank you for that, Kelly. Unfortunately, StreamYard hasn't caught up with the member chats yet, and I can't bring that on screen, which is so dumb. But I can see it in the YouTube live chat. Moderators is another name for the Spanner Wrench Warriors. Absolutely. Absolutely. These are amazing people who give their time every week to get in here and make sure there's someone looking after us. Sorry. You mean craft talk is not part of life? Wow. That's actually a legit statement. That's true. It's like, for me, craft is part of life, but some people think at craft groups all you do is talk about craft, all you do is talk about yarn, and if you talk about anything that's not yarn or crafty, then you're off topic. And it's just like, no, that's not how craft groups work. So John O'Brien has been a channel member for 10 months. Bring it on, John O'Brien. Thank you for posting your channel member comment. Sally's saying, I'm here. I'm just making a cuppa. I've overslept this morning. I've started, like, Thursday mornings have started to, like, I'm starting to get the routine for it again. So there was a change in my Thursday routines, which is that now that my daughter has her driver's license, I just give her the car keys and say, have a nice day, drive to school. So I start my day off differently. I still get up, I've still got to crowbar her out of bed in the morning. And sort of, get that part of the day going. But then after that, it's a little slower. I'm not, like, in the car at 7:45, like, driving for ages and then driving back and hoping I make it in time to warm everything up before live stream starts. So I like get time for a shower and like, chill and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like, I mean, this morning I had the tunes cranking before the live stream started. So I had it's my driving playlist play. I'll have to see if I can share that with you guys. It's all like, it's all rock stuff, right? Like, so think AC/DC and Kansas and like it's just rocky kind of music to get me pumped up for these live streams. I was reading in a forum, like, do you listen to music before you live stream? And I'm thinking, yes, I do. I actually listen to music all the time. The only time I'm not listening to music is when I'm actually live streaming or I'm on a video call. Other than that, there is music always going in this house. Vampire, thank you. Been a Coffee Clutch member for 10 months. Morning all, got my tea and craft work organized. Holly has popped in one as well. Good morning, Holly. How are you? Rock on. That's right. We've got to get the morning rock going. It's morning for me here. It's 10 a.m. And so what was I listening to? Dream On was the last song that was on my, I think I actually shut down my music. Like I like closed it totally. But yeah, so it's like, just cranking. So now I'm like it's nearly like I've got to relax into the craft today because I had the music going for a while. Normally I only get a couple of songs, but today I had like an hour. So that was pretty cool. So I'm still working on my queen. Are you guys tired of me working on my queen? And I had a little heart attack this morning. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm coming up to a color change. Excellent. We're getting ready for the new color. Go into the crate that I've got all the colors in. And I'm like, I've got the end of the ball from the first time we used the color, but I don't have a second ball of that color. And I'm like, I ordered enough. I swear I ordered 2 of everything. So luckily for me, I have another project that has been, it's been hibernating for some few years, and it's a blanket, and it actually has the coral color, but this was bought years and years ago. So the actual end of the ball, I would normally use that up and just have one bit of scrap left over, but they are totally different dye lots, like totally different. So I couldn't do anything with it. So this actually even feels a little thinner, like if that makes sense. Like you can't see it, but it does. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't make too much of a difference using old yarn and new yarn together. John O'Brien says, I have music going while doing my chores and such. When Molly was 5, she said, Daddy, your music is too loud. I said, you sound like Nana. Yes. I have the same conversation here. Like, Mum, do you have to play the music so loud? And I'm like, yeah, I need to drown out the world so I can do what I want to do. So it's got to be loud. Sally's back with her mocha. I've got tea in my Fiberific mug today. I went with this stock standard Twinings tea bag today. So, nothing exciting. But I also have I filled up a T2 thermos with just some English breakfast tea as well. So when I run out here, and I also have water. If it's too loud, you're too old. I don't know, like in the car, right? I don't like the music too loud in the car because I don't know why. I just don't. I like to be able to hear it. I like to be able to crank it, but I also like to be able to talk over it. It might be a Gen X thing, maybe. I don't know. But when I'm reversing, I have to turn the music off. I don't know what the deal is with that. I just do. Or when I'm like in traffic and I don't know where I'm going, I need the music off. Things are good. Recliner, knitting, Fiberific Live. What more could one ask for? I agree with you, Dolores. Absolutely. Let me have a look here. I like to listen to Dorothy, the Pretty Reckless, and Hailstorm when I need to rock out. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm in that bracket of Xennials. So there's like a 7-year bracket of Xennials where we grew up with no technology, but our very first jobs had technology. Yeah. I actually have a birthday on Saturday. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I think I'm technically classed as a Xennial. Latte for Pearly. Hey Pearly, welcome to the chat. Artsog, if I can hear the complaints over my music, it's not loud enough. Yes, agreed. Absolutely. Good morning, Mel. Welcome to the chat. Yep, turn the music down so you can see better. So glad it's not just me. Oh my gosh. Stephanie Miller, welcome back to the chat. Hot and humid in California. It's 95 and my haircut looks amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This week I actually went in. I had it cut a few weeks back and I just wasn't super happy with it. There was something about it that was just bugging me, and it just didn't feel right. So I went into like, because I went to a little hairdresser to get it done, like someone local to try and support someone local. And I went into like one of those like big super like we're going to charge you $4,000 to look at you kind of hairdressers. And but the thing is with the like those guys that are local to me, they have the best stylists. Like they're fantastic. Anyway, I went in, and when I told them what I'd done and that I'd gone into a hairdresser with like shoulder length hair and I wanted it cut into like a messy long pixie cut, and they're like, "And this is what they gave you?" And I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "How long ago?" And I went, "3 weeks." I said, "I try to leave it a couple of weeks because, I know things settle." And they were horrified. They fit me in. They tidied it up. There wasn't heaps they could do, but they gave it a bit of a tidy up. Basically, they said it looked like I had two different haircuts and they just needed to pull them together. So that's what we did. So, we'll see. I would like it just a smidgy bit longer, but I'm okay with it. Sorry. Now I'm focused on it. Now I'm focused on it. Let me look in the chat. Let me get away from it. Who is the rock Kiwi chick? Ugh, I can't remember her name. You might need to narrow that down because there's quite a few. There's quite a few. Sally, thank you. I totally forgot to do that this morning. If we have any, and Sally's right, like Sally shared the link of today's live stream. So if you've got any projects or anything that we talk about during today's live stream, if you can put it in the comments of that way we know that it sort of goes together, if that makes sense. Sometimes a comment will go in randomly into the group and it's fine, but sometimes I look at it and I go, when were we talking about that? That's random. And I leave it because I figure it must be something from a live stream because live streams are random. So yeah, there we go. And Sally shared the link as well. So if you are not a member of the Fiberific Fun Zone yet, why not? We have so much fun over there. So go and click on that link, answer the questions on the way in. It's just to make sure you are not like a cheeky salesperson or a bot. It's totally free to join, and you can come in and share what you're working on, ask for any advice. There's so many amazing, talented creators in there that are just doing so much lovely, lovely stuff. And like I just look at it sometimes and I'm just like, whoa, overwhelmed. Okay. Happy birthdays for Saturday. Thank you. Appreciate all of the happy birthdays for Saturday. Yes, that's right, Leanne. That's a great idea. I agree with you. Sally had a great idea. Fantastic. Oh gosh, I was like, oh, I'm nearly caught up with the chat. No, no, I am not caught up with the chat. Stephanie says, "Girl, you rock your new hairdo." Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. So many good suggestions. I might have to create, and because it's so bizarre because like I listen to all my music on YouTube Music, right? Because I've got YouTube Premium, and that means I get YouTube Music for free. It's all ad free. There's no point me going over to Spotify, but it's so much easier to share a playlist on Spotify. I'll see if there's a way. There's got to be a way to share playlists on like YouTube Music, right? Uh, Chintamani is wondering if there's anyone who would like her music choices: Indian film music, BTS, TXT. I am 100% certain there will be people who love your music choices. Actually, there's a creator I've been chatting to. Oh my gosh. She's all about like the BTS and the K-pop and the Aussie K-pop mum. Go and check out her channel, Chintamani. She might be up your street. Let me have a look here. Wendy Matthews is awesome. I love Wendy Matthews. I wouldn't so much consider Wendy Matthews as rock though. Is she rock? I don't know. Halsey, I like Halsey. Halsey's cool. I do like Wendy Matthews, like the old 90s stuff, like loving it. Liz B says, I'm into the 90s, top 40 all the way, club mixes for me. See, I like the top 40 in the 90s, but I didn't like club mixes. So let me have a look here. So many. Oh, Natalie, no, it doesn't. Like, and Natalie's saying my ad doesn't work on the mobile. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work on mobile, doesn't work on tablets. You can't tag in the chat from mobile. It's so frustrating. And I don't understand why YouTube doesn't allow it. They just don't. Uh, yeah, Wendy Matthews is touring again at the moment, I think. I think she's out and about. Anyway, we could keep talking about music all day long. I'm gonna drink some tea. I'm gonna drink some tea. What's in your cup? Did I ask that already? Let me know. See, Art Dog's a metalhead, right? Art Dog. I have two younger brothers, and they were into Pantera and Metallica and something else. And there's only so much Pantera you can listen to, honestly. And my mum actually loves Metallica, but she likes to listen to it quieter. And so I don't mind a lot of Metallica songs played a bit quieter. But Pantera, like full, like, gusher, I can't deal. I can't deal with that. It's too much for me. Um, Freaky Geek says if you're talking music, country rap, or anything, not for me, rock all the way. See, I like so much music, okay? So I do like so I there's like this new it's not even a new genre of country. There's some country I like, right? There is some stuff that I really enjoy, and it's probably like country rock is really what it boils down to. I would consider Radio Company country rock. They're currently my favorite band, which I'm absolutely loving a lot, and I'm playing them a lot. They're kind of a smaller group. Um, and I love them a lot. And I think that they would be classed as kind of like a country rock kind of thing. It's Texas rock, whatever that is. I don't even know. Um, but yeah, so Art Dog says blasphemy, and now I'm triggered. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, Pearly, you know what? I worked theater for many, many years. I will crank up Phantom of the Opera. I will crank up Calamity Jane. Like, don't even start me. That's what I mean. I like so much different music, but pre-stream, I like to push out the rock. Um, so I'm just having a look in here at other people's suggestions. There is so much good stuff in here. Chintani says, "I don't get metal or country, so not my cuppa." Yeah, I don't like the twangy old country, but I like sort of the country rock stuff. Like I get into that. Lisby, that's Doug Anthony All Stars, right? Like I saw them so many times live, it wasn't funny. I love Doug Anthony All Stars. I miss them so much. Bon Jovi, Bryan Adams, Powderfinger. Yeah, look, I liked Savage Garden. They were okay. Bryan Adams, I love. Bon Jovi, I'm like, it depends on the song. It depends on the song. John, see, yes, this is me. I like to listen to anything that doesn't suck according to my own music tastes. Yes, I'm there. Absolutely. Uh, Francis is also into everything that doesn't suck. Oh my gosh. Um, your dad accidentally bought your sister and you front row tickets to Metallica. How do you do that? Lisby says 90s rock ballads were the best. Yeah, they were pretty darn good. Um, Stephanie says love country and old school music hop from the 90s. Francis currently lots of reggae and SKA and then musical theater. Yeah. Bub says loud Jimmy Barnes in my vacuuming music. Yeah. Do you know what? Okay. I may have to hand in my Australian badge, right? Are we ready for this? But I'm not the hugest Jimmy Barnes fan, but I really loved. Now I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. It won't come. He was the lead guitarist in Cold Chisel. Someone tell me the lead guitarist name in Cold Chisel because I love him. I love his songs. So I like listening to Cold Chisel when he's singing. And I loved I really got into it when he was doing. No, is it Ian Moss? Yes, it's Ian Moss. No, not Diesel. Diesel. Yeah, no, never got into Diesel. I think it's Ian Moss. So, are you gonna do a TikTok story time and tag me? Thank you. Yes. Stacey says not a fan of Jimmy either. Okay, cool. So either a lot of us are handing in our Australian badges, or it is Ian Moss. Yeah, it's absolutely Ian Moss. Tucker's Daughter. Yes, that was the song. That song, I loved that song. Let me have a look here. That's a wide category. Yes. Sally says, I like a variety of music. The only kind I'm not a fan of is the trace kind of music with the different tones of notes going on my ears. I can't handle that. Oh, okay. I actually don't mind that. I'll just play it while I'm working. Ian Moss, everyone's telling me Ian Moss. Thank you, everybody. Lisby says, I saw Barnsley's support for Bon Jovi concert, was surprised how good he was live. I think now he's getting a lot better, but back in the like 80s and 90s, it was just all booze all the time. I hate re-listening to a song and actually playing. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, there are some songs that if you learn the lyrics of them, you're like, maybe not. Like they've got the best beat, but then, and then you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, Francis doesn't like Tucker's Daughter. That's fine. We all like different things that we do and don't like. Vampire says, I have eclectic taste. Garth Brooks, Iron Maiden, Matchbox 20, Pretty Reckless, Cher, Disturbed, Anthrax. Look, the only Disturbed song that I've really gotten into is their cover of Sound of Silence. I think that was phenomenal. But other than that, I'm not into Anthrax. I'm not into Disturbed. They're a bit too hard for me. I think I like that like sort of soft rock genre. now that we're talking about it, I do think it's more the, you know, no, it's not. It's just not the metal. I just don't like metal. That's what it is, and I definitely don't like death metal. I need to top up my tea, although they're two different teas. Can I do that? Can I just pour English breakfast on top of Lady Grey? Is that allowed? Like, we could have English Lady Grey. I'm gonna try it because my tea's just too cold. Oh wait, no, they've got different milks as well. No. Does anybody know how oat milk goes in like a tea thermos? Like, does it separate? Because so far, every time I use a tea thermos, I still use dairy milk. But when I make a cup, I use oat milk. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mixing the teas I could deal with, but mixing the different milks, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it would definitely taste a bit weird. I'm not putting that on the screen, Lisby. Absolutely. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Oh dear. So, what project are you all working on? And while you're thinking about that, if you can go and give my live stream a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Now I'm going to I finished the tea. Oh, John, you did that quick. Now I'm just hoping I don't spill tea on my blanket or on me. I feel like I'm at a picnic. I had a picnic. Trying to get my rainbow socks back on. I'm assuming you mean socks by that. Back on track. I'm just going to flip us to the double camera. I'm in my storeroom getting ready for a market this weekend. Oh, selling all the tea. Make sure you don't sell out of all the good tea because, I looked at the calendar today. So yesterday the retreat was Tuesday, the retreat was 1 month away. So from the 16th, because it starts on the 16th, I think. 16th? I don't know. Anyway, something like that. But it starts 5 weeks from tomorrow. So those of us going to retreat, #retreat in the chat. That would be awesome. Francis says no projects today, taking the kids to specialist. Fair enough. Stephanie is working on the slip stravaganza shawl. I've not seen that one. I would love to see a link over in the fun zone on today's chat. That would be awesome. Kelly says that I've joined the club and I've started a ranunculus and I'm loving it. Sally, I think it's 5 weeks, not 4. I mean, I could have counted wrong, but I think it's 5 weeks from today, from tomorrow. Sleeve 2 of my jumper. Hashtag retreat, hashtag retreat, hashtag retreat. Look at all this retreat. I wish, hang on a second. I wish. Sally says, no, it's 4. Are you sure, Sally? Let me look. I'm just counting how many Fridays between now. Let me just, calendar. I'm just making, All right. So we want August. So the 19th, the 26th, the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. It's 5 weeks. 2nd, 9th, 16th. Hang on. I'm just double checking. Yeah. So today we've got the 19th is this Friday. Then we've got the 26th. Then we've got the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. It's 5 weeks. Okay. Currently, I got confused there, Sally. You stressed me out. I've got things I got to get done beforehand, and I'm counting on 5 weeks, man. Currently knitting magic heel socks, but there are these garment whips which need to be finished. Sleeves, so many sleeves. Oh. Bye, Francis. Have an awesome visit. I hope everything goes how you want it to go. Why are you counting from next Friday? I count from tomorrow. Okay. I don't understand. There's probably a really legitimate reason, and I don't understand. Either way, it's coming soon. Yes, that is correct. 100% truth. I'm just double checking here. Yep. So I think we've only got 2 more rows of this color left. Oops, 1, 2. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's always 1, 2, 3. A friend of mine might be talking me into making some quilt blocks for a veteran donation quilt. Well, I think I hope that they succeed. I hope they succeed in talking you into doing that. I think you would enjoy that. I think that would be awesome. Okay, so I'm still working on the Queen. I fluctuate between I'm happy to be working on the Queen to I'm well over working on the Queen, and I wish I could work on something else. Because after Claire's live stream yesterday, I was having a little look through all my scrappy acrylic that I keep tossing up whether or not I'm just going to throw it out because I don't want it. And it's old and meh. And I just thought, you know what? It would legit make a great one of those scrappy blanket things that she was talking about yesterday. I can't remember the link. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I could use it all for that. And then I'm like, and my dad would love it because then he would know that the yarn didn't go to waste and it's acrylic, so he can toss it in the machine. And now I'm like, but I can't start a new project until I finish the Queen. And I can't work on the Queen heaps because I'm working on some other stuff. And I'm just like, oh, this is torture. I'm torturing myself, is what it's boiling down to. Fricky's back again. It does sound like fun. It does sound like fun. All the vets, yeah, not just veterans, but also vets also. Well, Abby was telling me about this, speaking of vets, as in animal vets, veterinaries. Is it veterinaries, the full word? I've just always called them a vet. Anyway, Abby was like, I need this book for a course because she's becoming a veterinary nurse. And I was just like, yeah, I can get that for you, from Amazon. And she was like, it's cheaper on this other site. And I'm like, yeah, but does that include free post? It was like, no. So we're going to order it from Amazon, and it's going to come faster from the UK than it will from this other place, in Australia. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just get that. Veterinarians. That's a great project to use up all the leftover bits and pieces. Yes, it is. It is. And it does look fabulous. Frankie says the full word can be a tongue twister. Yes, I definitely approve of shortening it to vet. Also, a lot of our vets in Australia just have vet on their signage. It's like, I think they must pay by letter. Um, they probably do, actually thinking about how signs are made and stuff. They probably do pay per letter. Um, but yeah, it is definitely one of those things. Good morning, Steph, or evening, or well, hello to Steph. Welcome to the chat. We had a big talk about, rock music that I rock onto before we start a live stream. I'll have to see if I can share my list. My list doesn't just have my rock music in it, though. Actually, now that I think about it, it's got all of my music in it. So I'll see. We'll see if I can share it. I don't know if I can. They're taxed per letter on signs, possibly. Oh man, I've got the itchiest nose this morning. No reason that I can think of, just itchy nose. It's great. That's always a good look when you're trying to scratch your nose. And it's just the very tip of my nose is just like right here and it's just itchy. So yeah. Itchy. Steph's just lurking tonight. I don't think you are. I seem to see some comments, but I'm sure you're probably just hanging out in the chat. We got 35 viewers and 27 likes. So not everybody who is watching likes me. That makes me feel awesome. I'm just saying I totally put my self-worth into how many likes my videos get. No, I don't. I really don't. I do get upset when I see dislikes, so I'm kind of glad that the dislikes aren't as easy to see now. I'm like, why did they not like it? What did I do? Like, hello, human nature just rearing its ugly head. Like, oh yeah, this video has 100 likes, but it has 1 dislike, so let's focus on that. Yeah. Freaky says that's true. We need 200 thumbs up. Absolutely, Freaky. It's unlikely because, very rarely do these live streams get 200 views. So I can't see it ever getting to 200 thumbs ups because most people who watch the live streams for some reason, especially on the replays, they don't hit the thumbs up. So if you are watching on the replay, please hit the thumbs up and prove me wrong. I would love that. Judith, good morning. Welcome to this live stream. I've liked you twice, once on my account, once on Brendan's. Oh no, you're gonna mess up Brendan's viewing experience. So should we talk about YouTube viewer experiences and why you should have your own YouTube account to watch channels from and not share them with your family? Should we talk about that? Let me know in the chat if you would like me to go into why you should do that. Holly says, don't worry, I double like the video. Oh no, it needs an odd number. Freaky says I've liked the live stream 3 times now. Lispy says he gets so many Minecraft recommendations. I bet he does. So I'm gonna keep going here with this. I would absolutely love to get to the next color. I should just double check the other chart to work out exactly how many rows I have got to go before the next color. Good morning. Oh, I'm gonna destroy your name and I'm so sorry. Is it Solange? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. And thank you for, I'm loving my blanket. I'll do a quick big show because now that you've mentioned it, I feel like, I would like to show it off. But there we go. It's a massive blanket. It is. I'll have to just drop that comment off the screen. Here we go. It's 2.2 meters wide and it's taller than me already. We're only just over halfway and I'm 1.6 meters tall. Solange. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But I do appreciate your comment all the same. Let's go back here. Where are we? Oh, I did it right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait. What are you doing? To troll or not to troll? Hit like to prove you wrong, but that's not going to do what you want. I can't decide how to effectively troll now. Existential crisis incoming. Oh, good job, Artsog. Good job. Oh, wow. Okay, so I just want to quickly check my chart here. There's my chart. Just, you can't see it. We are up to row 183. So it's All right, so it's this row, and then the next row is in this, like the next color row is in this color. So we may get to finish this color today if we get 3 rows done. Like only if we get 3 rows done. So, you know, that's the thing. So maybe I should crochet rather than just sit here chatting. Like crochet faster. Where are we at time-wise? Okay. I figure it's Brenda's fault. So did we okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start talking about why you should have your own YouTube to log into to watch content versus sharing on someone else's. And I'm going to talk about this from 2 perspectives. The first perspective is as a creator. So say you're Lisby and you watch the occasional craft video from your husband's account because he's logged in and he can't be bothered logging him out or whatever, or, you know, casting it from your own device. No judgment, Lisby, by the way. But what happens is, say I put out another video, right? Just say, and that gets suggested to Brendan, and then Brendan doesn't watch it. YouTube think that people who watch craft videos don't like my video. So they suggest it to less people. Okay. And then what happens then is it may not get suggested to you who does like it. So on your account, if you go in and have a look, my videos may not come up in your suggestions. You might have to go to the subscription feed and find it because it didn't get suggested to you because we're sending mixed signals to YouTube. So that's why we don't share accounts, because YouTube's suggestion algorithm now is so strong that they really rely heavily on people watching from their own accounts. And so they look at it and they go, okay, so this person likes craft videos and they also like cat videos and they also like homemade hamster costumes. So other people who like craft videos, cat videos, and homemade hamster costumes like this. And then if you show them that and it's a shared account and the person who actually viewed just scrolls past it, it sends really bad signals. So that's your YouTube education for this week in the Chantel Fiberific live stream. Yeah. So definitely need to set up different accounts for different people. Where are we? I actually watch more on his account than mine. I banned my kids from watching YouTube on my TV because I was getting way too many video game and toy video recommendations. Yes, absolutely. Where are we? Freaky is shared to Facebook. John says he's created an account just for them. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's another thing. So I got the daughter to make her own account, so I stopped getting her music and anime all over my suggestions. Absolutely. And then your suggestions are legit suggestions. So YouTube looks at what you've watched and goes, hey, you've watched or liked these videos. We think you'll like this one. And you may find someone new that you absolutely love because the suggestions is working for you. So definitely do not want to share accounts with people. That Ryan kid, yeah, is already a multimillionaire. He doesn't need my views. Absolutely. Definitely do not want to share my hubby's account. Absolutely. And like accounts are free. It's not like you have to pay, you know, and even if you have YouTube Premium and you've got multiple people, I highly recommend getting a YouTube Premium family account. It's only like $3 more a month. And you can have like, I think is it 5 or 6 accounts linked to it where no one gets ads. Love that a lot. We've got that here. So we all log in with that. Judith says, I use my own. So less problems for you. Not so much less problems. I mean, yeah, recommendations work better, but it's also you get the right stuff as well. Kelly says, I got my own. I already get shown irrelevant stuff without seeing my hubby's stuff as well. Yeah, absolutely. So YouTube, how they work, some of this stuff is really interesting. I'm always like blown away by what they can do with an algorithm, or, I think it's really clever. I don't think it always works. I kind of miss, like, I'll tell you I've got a peeve. Ready? I have a peeve. It's a YouTube peeve. You ready for it? YouTube no longer cares so much if people subscribe to your channel because the suggestions is working so well, right? You don't need to be subscribed to a channel to see their content, which is what used to what happened a couple of years ago. But YouTube still wait access to features but from creators, like on my end, like tools that would help me, based on that subscriber number that they're actually making irrelevant for every other thing except for access to tools and features. And you're just like, that's so annoying. It's so annoying because there's tools that I would love to have access to, both on this channel and my other channel, that I don't have access to because of a limited number of subscriber numbers. And I actually don't care. I love what we have here. I just want those tools. So, yeah, I'll just slide my soapbox back under my desk, drink some tea. I hate how on Pinterest you look up one Peppa Pig image and then that's all you're shown for until eternity. Yeah. Sue Singleton is asking a really good question here. In these difficult financial times, is anyone ditching their subscriptions? So we went down, my husband's an accountant, so we go through spreadsheets every now and again. And we have a big talk about different expenses and things like that, and what's necessary, what's not necessary, things like that. And we found that for us, having our subscriptions, we have a few. We do have a few. We have Amazon Prime, because I basically every month I make my money back just on postage. Um, so we have Amazon Prime, we have Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. Is Paramount Plus? Yeah. Netflix and YouTube Premium. I think I'm missing one. Disney, Amazon, Netflix, Paramount. I think that's it. But when we worked out how much that cost each month, a lot of those we locked in early for like substantial discounts for annual and things like that. So like Amazon Prime, I think has cost me 59 Australian dollars a year. And that for us, the three of us can't go to the movies for $59. Audible. Thank you, Lisby. Audible. And I knew that was one I was missing. And so we were like, okay, we actually have found that we're going out a lot less. We don't go out for dinner anymore. We'll grab takeaway and sit at home and pop on a streaming thing. We listen to music at home. We don't very often go to concerts. So we're more pinching our pennies in a different way. We pinch them on fuel and on expensive trips out. So we have worked out that by having some of these streaming services, we're actually saving money. So, yeah. Dolores says, yes. Hubby's been told not to watch a mine as it contaminates my suggestions. That's a great word for it. Angela said, I ditched Netflix. That's the only one I ditched. Sue, there we go. We have reevaluated, so stop some, but not many. Yeah, we got rid of Stan. That was the only one we really got rid of because we have Netflix on an annual, we have Disney Plus on an annual, we have Amazon Prime on an annual, Paramount Plus. We're tossing up with Paramount Plus. That's because we're major Star Trek nerds is the problem. So that's the one that we keep tossing up whether we should get rid of or not. But I think I've got that. That's still another couple of months left on an annual. And I have Audible, but without Audible, I don't sleep. So to me, that's worth the money. Dolores says we stick to just one. Oh, hello, Louis. Louis made an. Oh, I better move that ball of yarn because Louis will just take it. Louis made an entrance. Louis does this shake thing where his entire body shakes every time he enters a room. Sitting in the chat, wearing a Star Trek shirt. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we were doing that for a while, and we realized that there were things that Abby loved on one that we loved on another, and then we had a discussion about it. So everyone's got to make their financial decisions the best way they can. Everything, and like, it's not just America, it's not just Australia, the whole world's going through some stuff. And so, inflation's not being awesome to us. Wage increases are not being awesome, or lack of wage increases is not being awesome. There's lots of different things, but you know, I find that the little things that help me is shopping my stash. I have a ridiculous stash, so I have that ability. I know not everybody does. So shopping my stash rather than ordering online. I think I've got all the tools I want. I always get new cables all the time, so cables aren't, I buy cables. Judith has got a question here. Hang on. If you don't have a subscription, how does it work? YouTube, Google accounts, will that affect your YouTube video likes? I'm not quite sure what your question here. So if you are subscribed to the Fiberific channel, that helps me by making it so I'm closer to some tools, goals, and things like that. If you're talking about the YouTube premium subscription, where it means that you get access to YouTube music ads free, you get YouTube videos ads free. It doesn't that doesn't affect my video likes at all. I actually get paid a bit differently for those using YouTube Premium. But I think, did we work it out? I worked it out one time. It was a while ago, but it worked out that I actually got paid a little bit more from the viewers that have a premium account versus those that don't have a premium account, but it was barely different. So you got to do what you got to do. I like premium because I hate ads. And I won't use an ad skipper because I won't use an ad block software, because if you block the ads, your creator doesn't get paid either. So, and some creators can't afford to make content if they're not being paid, which is 100% legitimate. All right, John. Okay. Lisby says we've got Disney, Netflix, Disney plus Hulu. See, I've been looking at the plus Hulu. I haven't done it yet. Discovery, thinking of ditching Hulu because I don't watch it anymore. Fair enough. And Angela said, oh, hang on. Angela says, I've got premium, so I don't have ads. Me too. So yeah, lots of chat about the different things. One of the things was many years ago, I used to download TV shows that I wanted to watch because they weren't available in Australia. And I made a promise to myself that the second they became legitimately available in Australia, even if I had to pay for them, because there was no way to get them even if I paid for them, I would stop being a pirate, and I would purchase said services. And that's why I do it, because I know that if I don't, and I really want to watch a show, I'll just go and get it. And I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but I get so frustrated that I got so frustrated a few years back because there was no good reason as to why I couldn't watch this show. I just lived on the other side of the world. Why couldn't I watch it? So I would watch it. But once they brought the streaming services to Australia and they made them available, I felt a moral obligation to pay for what I was watching. Does that sound weird? That sounds weird, doesn't it? Dolores says, here, hang on. I'll go a bit further back. Sorry, Dolores. I'll get to you in a second. I tolerate the ads on YouTube because I know it supports all the people generating the content I love to watch. That is thank you. I appreciate that, Pearly. Dolores says, "I was all about shopping my stash until Wendy B put her advent calendars online." Oh my gosh, that was so hard to scroll past for me. But I had literally just put something like I think it's 600-liter tubs into storage full of fiber. And I was like, I don't need more fiber. I want it so bad, but I don't need it. Uh, Considering getting premium, I scored a 2-hour ad on a 4-minute video. I don't understand these. I don't know why YouTube allows it. I don't know why they're allowing 2-hour ads. Ugh. Leanne says, I think many of us had a pirate in us for a while. Yeah. Um, we VPN to access the services that aren't in Australia, so we can pay for the content. Yes. It's a moral imperative. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, and this is also frustrating that they bring shows to Australia and then after a while they disappear. So that's the thing. Like, if you want to watch something, you've got to get in and watch it as fast as possible. Is Discovery Plus available in Australia yet? Um, I don't know. I've not seen it in Australia without a VPN. Um, um, oh yeah, the Humans isn't. It was. I think it's on. I've seen that. Yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's not available in Australia. You have to use a VPN to access it. And some of the streaming services are getting quite clever if you use a VPN. Like I know if I use a VPN on Netflix, I get better I get a better choice of content than what we have in Australia. Um, but Amazon Prime, if your VPN's on, because I have a VPN on for a lot of stuff, even just located in Australia just for security. If I have my VPN on, not Netflix, Amazon Prime goes, "Oh, sorry, you've got a VPN running. You'll need to turn that off before you can access the service." So, yeah. Uh, Hang on a second. Did I miss a comment? Oh, I did see that, and I read that, and I scrolled on. Yes. I definitely ignored that comment. You're quite correct. Oh, girls gotta have her standards. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, so that's a big part of it for me, and I did talk to my husband about that because he was like, "We could always just go back to that," and I'm like, "I don't wanna go back to that." We had, like, a whole separate machine set up for it. I'd have stuff running overnight. Um, I just would grab terabytes. Like, we've got something like 10 terabytes of TV shows. And what's really funny is half of them we do have on DVD or Blu-ray, but I just wanted the ease of being able to put them into my Plex and just be able to watch them from any television. So, yeah. I haven't even checked the Plex. We haven't even logged into that. Um, Leanne has said, I've not bought yarn for an entire year so far. I miss buying so much. Sales times are the hardest. Leanne, I think other than the extra purple that I bought for my queen, I think I'm about the same. I've been trying really, really hard to not spend for some time now. I've got some savings goals and I've been working on those. So I think, I bought the new microphone. That was really hard for me because I tried so hard to not just buy anything. And I knew hitting Amazon and buying the microphone would open the floodgates, but we needed the microphone, right? We definitely needed it. Lisby says, I bought yarn at Christmas. That was the last time. Here we go. We've got it. We've got a yarn crafting question. Important. Judith would like to know if it's worth buying a nano eel spinning wheel. Does anyone have one? Judith, it depends on the model. The newest ones are definitely better than the old ones. The plastic are definitely better than the wood. But for my money, I would save up a little bit more and go and get a Daedalus. That's my opinion. Everyone in the chat, let her know. So it's an eel 6. So yeah, everyone in the chat, drop your opinions on the little electrics. There we go. Lots of comments in here for Judith. If you're getting an electric wheel, make sure the motor is strong and the spins the flyer good, no slowing it down. What size is the deadlift? It's similar sizes to the eels. You need to check them out. So yeah. Can somebody grab a link for the Daedalus wheels? They've got different sizes as well, like different models. So you can have a good look. Good morning, Angelus. Welcome to the chat. I have both in my possession. I like the Nano for small bits, but the Eel 6 is preferred. The Daedalus is so many things. But Daedalus spinning wheels. Yeah. Don't have the cash ready for a Daedalus. No, me neither. I don't have one. But if I was to buy another electric wheel right now, because I've got a Nano and an Eel 5, my 5 fell apart. It was one of the timber ones. I picked it up and it literally came apart in my hands. I was so disappointed. My Nano's great. I can run it off a power pack. But again, it's another little timber one, and I'm starting to have problems with it. I never actually got one of the Eel plastic versions, so I'm hoping they're heaps better. Oh, thank you, Sally. Sally has popped in a link for the Daedalus wheels for you to go and have a look at. That is awesome. We are near the end of this row. I just need to move that ball of yarn that I've moved for safety. Alrighty, so we are in the last repeat. So 1, 2, 3, that, then 3, then 2. Okay. Then that. So this afternoon, after live stream, I'm going to have some lunch. And then after I have my lunch, I'm going to do my final checks of what I need to take away. I'm off to a retreat tomorrow, going away for a sewing retreat, for a bag making retreat. No idea what bag I'm making. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I need to just, do that last load of favorite clothes, warm things to wear, because it's going to be freezing. There we go. We have finished that row. Just snug that up. All right, bring it across and we'll start the next one straight away. Get on to the next row. We want to do 3 today. Oops, where's there it is. So my viewing this week on television, I've been watching Sleepy Hollow. That's about it. I needed a bit more light in my life after watching some really sad episodes of Supernatural. And I need to get back into Supernatural again, but I know that what's it called? Oh my God, my brain I said it. I just said the word a minute ago. Anyway, that other show, it's only got a few seasons, so I'm nearly finished it. Oh, hang on. Just reading the chat. John says he's done 0 crochet tonight between chat here and a friend blowing up my phone asking Subaru questions. Gosh. Bub says, I checked out the Daedalus Magpie with 3 spare bobbins. It was $2,000. Are you sure? $2,000 US? I didn't think that was that dear. Maybe go the eel. If that's that much, the eel is worth it. Judith says the Eel Nano stock is coming out in October. Just researching before buying. Have an Ashford E-Spinner Jumbo, but still too bulky for the caravan. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people say that, Pearly, they wait till they retire before they do the fun things. I disagree with that plan. I think do it now. That's what I think. Jump in, because if you wait till you retire, you don't have the cash to buy all the tools. Sleepy Hollow, thank you. My brain just gave up on me. It was like mid-thought, nope, we're done. That does happen. That happens actually fairly regularly. So all sorts of research while you save. Yes, absolutely. Saving is good. Okay, now I'm just fixing up this first, this thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. I just need to get into the swing of the repeat. Oh, guys, Abby has her formal dress. We went formal shopping on the weekend. And then I did all the walking around for that, where I'd actually cut my toe a little bit and didn't realize till I got home that I had a shoe full of blood. That was fun, exciting. And then had to go back out again the next afternoon. So I did some work. Hang on a second. So 1, 2, then that, then 3, then there. Okay. And then now she has her shoes. Excuse me. Very, very good timing there, Angela. Hydrate time. Excuse me. So now she has her shoes and her clutch as well. So we just need her. We need to get her dress altered. It's a bit long. And bling, like jewelry stuff, which my husband was like, can't we just hire that? And I'm like, no, we just buy paste, man. We'll just go to one of those jewelry stores that sell everything for $20. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. That makes it easy when it's 1, 2, 3 again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let me look here. Definitely not waiting to try anything with current economic climate. Who knows when I can retire means I do it now and enjoy it. Yes, absolutely. I remember talking to a lady about 5 or 6 years ago about buying a spinning wheel. And she was like, well, I'm retiring in a few years, so I'll get one then. And she contacted me. And in the time that she waited, the wheel went up by $500. And she was just like, oh my God, I did not expect it to go up by that much. And I was like, in reality, neither did I, truth be told. But also 5 years is a long time. Construction things change, costs of goods change, and we've had a real hard 5 years. So, man, this yarn is not coming out of the ball properly. It's all caught on something, I'm sure. Okay. So that's the other thing. If you wait, it could really push you out of the market as well. Might not be the right topic that you be preparing, but chatting here is like talking. It is. I don't understand the comment. That's okay. Oh, okay. All right. I've missed a comment. That's okay. Artog has started watching some shows, The Big Bang Theory, something like between The Witcher and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I think it's sometimes you just do need to break things up. Mind you, I broke up Supernatural with Sleepy Hollow. So, it's not that light. It's just different characters and different, it's still creepy. My husband walks out and went, I thought you were watching something different. And I'm like, I am watching something different. And he goes, it's still weird, and walked off. He calls all my shows weird, unless I'm watching Star Trek. And then that's not weird. Although he has started getting into the Orville, which is great. So, Sally, they're not gory shows. I can't watch gory shows. I don't like shows with too much blood. So neither of them, like most things, like die and disappear into a puff of like dust or something like that. Although there are times at the moment, especially during Supernatural, it's a bit bloody. So yeah, because where am I? I'm currently towards the end of season 10 of Supernatural, so 5 more seasons to go before I get to the end again. Here we go. This is interesting. Looking into the future, arthritis, age degeneration, purchased a shacked electric fine carder, paid 4,000, but well worth it, rather than having a manual and trying to card with a frozen shoulder. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and like when you're looking at wheels, make sure you get either an electric or a double treadle. They're easier on your body. So yeah, that's a great way to think about it. Um, um, John says Star Trek is weird, but in space. Sally says monsters for more monsters. I mean, that's true. That's true. And yes, Pearly, we do kind of have to try and read. Um, we do have to try and read Freaky's comments before we share them because sometimes he plays with the words and it could be bad. um, let me look here. No Sleepy Hollow for me. I feel like staying awake till 3 a.m. Um, fair enough. Sally's going to start watching Sleepy Hollow again. I'm enjoying it. I never really watched it before. I think the only episode I'd seen was the crossover they did it on Bones, and I was always like a bit like, "What is this? What's this? What's going on?" I didn't understand it, and so now I do. And they, in an episode I just watched, they did a cross back, so some of the Bones characters are on Sleepy Hollow, so that was cool too. I like it when they do the crossovers. Um, uh, Game Widow says, I think we talked about this the other night. I skipped the foot-driven wheel because of the pain. I had to acknowledge the pain I was getting from my spindles, hence the eel. Yes, and if you are thinking that in your future life that arthritis or there's going to be some sort of frozen bits um, because of like where you're at right now, then I would definitely be looking into electric wheels rather than into manual wheels, and definitely wheels over spindles, especially if it's shoulders or back that are the issue. Um, Freaky says, I think I've seen 2 seasons of Sleepy Hollow, but apparently there's a new movie coming out. Oh, I didn't know anything about a movie. I'm up for a movie. I think there's 4 seasons of Sleepy Hollow. I have been told not to bother with the last season, apparently. I'll watch it anyway. I'm not that when I'm really emotionally attached to characters, I don't like watching the last season because it makes me sad because I know it's going to end. But like Supernatural, I haven't watched season 15, so I need to get in and watch. Yeah, I need to get in and watch the the last season because there's a prequel series coming. So I want to, be all up to date. I did get your message, Judith, about a demo of the Chow spin needles. Have you watched? Did you watch my reviews of the sets where I did everything in those? Um, Otherwise, I will have a look at it, but I've just got a lot going at the moment, so I just tend to craft in the live chats because it's the only crafting time I've been getting. Um, I loved WandaVision. I love WandaVision too. I thought it was fantastic. I'm really disappointed there's not going to be a second season. So let me look. Yeah, so like lots of good stuff. There's lots, and because I do have quite a few streaming services, I can jump around a little and watch a bit of this and watch a bit of that. We watch very little actual television here in Australia, like in our household. Um, Basically because none of us like reality TV shows, and other than like CBS content, all we get is reality TV. So yeah. Oh gosh, me too, Vampire. I've just realized I poured that cup of tea and totally forgot about it. Will you have your blinglets glued up for retreat? They're on the list. They're on the list of things to get done. The list of things to get done is a little longer than I'd like. but they are on the list. I bought some new glue just in case it was the glue that was the problem. And so fingers crossed that that will work. That's an outside job, and it's a bit cold to be outside. Are you saying you're not a Master Chef or Hunted fan? Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. We'll catch the occasional episode of I didn't mind Lego Masters. Lego Masters was all right. And I don't mind the occasional episode of The Block, but that's about it. Oh, okay. Natalie says the Sleepy Hollow movie is not with Tom Meeson or based on the TV show. It's just based on the book. Okay. Yeah, I probably won't watch it then if it's Johnny Depp. I'm not the biggest Johnny Depp fan. I like how Vampire and Artsog talk to each other through the chat, considering they live in the same house. That cracks me up. Aside from that, though, I do only watch ABC or SBS. I put in the mornings, we throw on the Today Show, and I think the TV's still on out in the lounge room, so it's whatever is on after the Today Show is currently on Channel 9. Tim likes the ABC News in the morning, and that's about it. Fine. Let me finish my row. Oh my gosh, you guys are gold. I love you guys. Lego Masters is absolute fave. I find most of the other reality shows are contrived. Yeah, and they're just all about shock and just like I remember like because my daughter was watching what's that stupid show? Married at First Sight. And I wanted to see what she was watching. And so I did watch it with her, but it was more like watching a train wreck. And I was just like, oh my God, like, really? This is what you and your friends are loving? And she was like, yep. And because like I would just complain. So Abby would actually record me complaining about the stupidity of the tasks, and her friends thought that was hilarious. But yeah. I don't know, like I like drama shows, but I like a scripted drama mystery thing, like not a reality TV kind of drama. I don't know. I don't know. It's a personal thing. Like, obviously, you know what? Someone has to be enjoying the reality TV because there's so much of it out there, and the network's making more of it. Hello, Louie. I feel you there, little dude. How are you? I'm not letting you outside. We're busy right now. You have to wait. He's standing up, like staring at me. He's got his paws on my leg, like, please. Don't pull on my blanket. Get off. Terrorist. Yeah, he is naughty. Let me look. John used to like Survivor, Project Runway, and Top Model. Yeah, like when Survivor first started, I enjoyed Survivor, but after about the 3rd season, I was out. Excuse me. Now he's trying to eat the pattern off the chart. Yeah, Holly says, I'm not a fan of reality TV, but most of my coworkers love it. That's the thing. Someone has to be loving it. Otherwise, networks wouldn't make it. So that's all I can say about that. It's not my cup of tea, but it's obviously somebody's. It's like, I like ChowGoo knitting needles, but people like Knit Picks or Knit Pros or whatever they're called now. Yeah. Excuse me, he's just in here just attacking everything now. It's like, I've got your attention. I'm going to play with this cord and try and drag it away just to make you follow me out to the door to let me outside. That's what he does. He tries to attract the attention. But yes, I'm not a proficient crocheter. How do you keep the sides of your work vertically straight? People using up the stash with different plies of yarn. There are some tips and methods for keeping your work straight. Claire has on her channel over on Crochet with Claire. or Crochet by Claire. If someone can throw a link in, she's got a really great tutorial on how to keep your crochet straight. Love that tutorial. It's so good. But it comes down to really keeping an eye on where you're putting your stitches, and just being aware of what you're at. With the using the different plies of yarn, like using up your stash, some of that comes down to blocking. Can you not scratch me? Thank you. Come here. Come on. Come up and say hello so people don't think I'm just being weird. Oh, all right. Hang on. Hang on. Don't attack the microphone. There we go. There's Louis, everybody. Louis wants love. Morning, Louis. He's in his tartans today because he's cold and he had a haircut last week. So he's all short and shaved. All right. You little muppet. Oh, John's calling you. Pss, 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 pss. All right. I'm going to put you back down. He does look like a teddy bear. He acts like one. He stands up and looks at you. And he really does look like a little teddy bear. I used to love Grand Designs with Kevin McLeod. Yes. I don't like the new presenters or the Grand Designs Australia. I only like the UK one with Kevin McLeod. That's it. All right, Louie. That's it. That's all the attention and love you're getting. I'm going to put you down now, you little goober. Come on. Do you want to sit on the chair? You can sit on that chair. Louis is a precious bear. He knows he's a precious bear. And he will try to come back on camera, I'm sure, because he would really like to venture onto the other side of the doorways. We won't say the other word, just in case. Yeah. So Judith's actual craft questions. Yes, it is. It's sometimes it's trial and error as well, especially if you're using multiple yarns of different thicknesses and things like that. You just have to balance it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And the reality is that more often than not with blankets and things like that, no one notices. So Pearlie says, I've met Peter Madison. He was prowling outside of my house. That would be creepy. Lots of Louis love in the chat, Louis. Linda Dying Dream turned up at the same time, Louis. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. So there's a straight edges video there for you, Judith, that Sally's just popped into the chat. So I highly recommend watching that. That'll help you get your edges straight for crochet. It's a wonderful tutorial. I should probably make some of my own again. It's been a long time since I've did. You know what? Part of it is because it's been so long since I've done a tutorial. I'm not confident with doing a tutorial. I should definitely do some tutorials. I've got some review stuff coming, but not so much tutorials. His daughter was staying in a share house opposite and he was helping her move out. Not that sinister. Okay. All right. That wasn't sinister. He wasn't prowling then. He was walking to the vehicle with a box load of stuff. Good night, Steph. Have a wonderful night. That's so fun. Yeah, not prowling if he's like legit supposed to be there. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, come on. In you go. Oops, I'll move my hands a bit further forward. Sorry. Sometimes I just, you guys have to let me know if you can't see what I'm doing. I get into like, I'm reading the chat and I've pulled my craft into my, right into my chest sort of thing. It's what I do when I'm out on the couch. So I really have to concentrate to have my hands flat. Where are we at? We're nearly at the end of the second row. Oh my gosh, we may get the third row done today, and then we can start a new color soon. I'm so excited. I'm not the biggest fan of this actual color. Like, what's it called? Like spice or something? Persimmon. It's fine. It's fine color, and it works really well in the blanket. It's just not my favorite one to work with. We're coming up to some of my favorite ones. I'm really excited to get in there. I really enjoyed train journey shows. Not that I love trains, but do you know what? Tim, my husband, has really been soaking up some of those sort of like train journey shows, and well, not so much train journey shows, but like train engineering shows. It's so like because it was actually really funny. This morning he was bagging out something that I was watching, and Abby's just come like wading in mid conversation, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, whatever's Tim Star," just because she doesn't want to sit down and watch a 3-hour show on your trains. So yeah. Oh, snack update. Don't tell me about snacks. I was feeling snacky, so I grabbed a jar of pickles, but they're a bit too spicy. I bought the wrong kind, so now I'm having peanut butter and crackers. So pickles and then peanut butter and crackers. Okay. What did I have for breakfast today? Oh, eggs on toast. I had eggs on toast for brekkie because I had more time because I wasn't doing school run. Woot, 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 woot. Very happy about that. Angela had some sweet cherries earlier as a snack. Ooh, cherries. I love cherries. Um, Can you show us again how you start the first stitches? I'll be able to do that very soon. I'm nearly there. I like peanut butter and apple slices. And then you use the apple slices like crackers and the peanut butter like dip. I like that. It's weird. I get it, but I like it. And I spoke to my dietitian about it. I was like, look, there are many snacks that I can just ditch and be happy with and use whatever, have your high protein yogurts and all the other things that you're suggesting. But is there any room in this meal plan for a chopped up apple and a big fat tablespoon of peanut butter? And she was just like, yes, after a workout. And I was just like, woohoo. So that's my after workout treat. She's like, the peanut butter actually really helps after a workout. She goes, you can have an apple whenever you want. But if you want peanut butter and apple, it's after a workout for like post-workout recovery. So I'm like, okay, I can live with that. That works for me. PB and celery. Yeah, I like PB and celery. That works for me as well. Yep, definitely. It's the crunch. It's got to be cold celery out of the fridge though. Yes. Sorry, I'll keep going so that we can get to the start of the row again with the color. I just had PB and butter, PB and apple for breakfast the other morning. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm not alone. I'm not alone in PB and apple. Oh, my mother used to do that with apple or cheese and celery. I like apple and cheese together too, but I can live without that. I cannot live without apple and PB. I only started having like wasn't a thing as a kid. We just had PB spoons, like you just have a spoonful of peanut butter and just walk around like eating it like a lollipop. But as an adult, I really liked having it on an apple. So I just finally slice up an apple and just use an apple like little crackers. Not too fine though, because it's got to be strong enough to scoop it. Yeah, and celery, like you just feel the center of your celery. I've seen people put like sultanas and stuff on it. I'm like, I'm not up for that. I just want the PB and the celery. Thanks very much. John, for history's sake, John started us on food today. Just that. Just PB and honey on toast. No, that's not. I don't like PB and sweet. Like I don't like PB and jelly. I don't like PB and honey. I like PB on hot toast where it gets all melty and gooey. That is awesome. Bub wants to know if she's missed anything important. Have you watched one of these live streams? Is there actually that much important that we talk about? I don't think there is, Bub. Maybe you just have to watch the replay and check though. Had to hang out washing and no internet there. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, I got a new washing machine this week. So that's exciting-ish, like washing machine. What's really nice is being able to just, put a load of washing on and walk away and then pull it out and hang it out or toss it in the dryer. That's nice. Not having to pull it out before it spin cycles while it's all wet and drippy and lug it out to the yarn spinner and spin the excess water out and then bring it back inside. Like, yeah. I don't do PB and butter. I think we've had this discussion. For me, PB is enough on its own, but like jam and anything like that, I need butter for that. But just with peanut butter and like cream cheese, avocado, all those things don't need butter, in my opinion. But if you want butter with your peanut butter, then have butter. Uh, Peanut butter and tomato on thick sliced toast is gold. Don't try it till you don't knock it till you've tried it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't afford a tomato at the moment. How much is like one of my like dietitian snacks is like, crackers with tomato and avocado or something on it. And I was just like, what are the other options? And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, have you seen the price of tomatoes? And our tomato bush isn't fruiting just yet. I mean, it started growing fruit, but they're not edible yet. Cheese, bacon, and fried egg for the win. I mean, I'm up for that. That works for me. Even without the cheese, I like the bacon and the egg together. That works. Abby makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese wraps. They're so good. Yeah, I'm growing tomatoes, but they're not ready to eat yet. So I went to the shop. I bought 2 tomatoes. Just 2. Not fancy ones, just stock standard tomatoes. 2 tomatoes was $3. I sort of stood there looking at it, just like, if I wasn't making tacos and I didn't need these tomatoes, I would not buy them. Like, avocados are cheaper than tomatoes right now. Like, so frustrating. All right, we're at the end of the row. I just need to double check where I'm at. That's right, I did one too many there. Okay, 1, 2. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. And I was confused because then you add the last one on. It's not counted in the count. It's all good. Nothing to see here. All right, we're going to get ready to start the first color again. So if anyone wants to see how I am doing that, I learnt from my friend Josephine, who I think actually learnt from a Tina video. Just double checking I don't need to change color. Last row of this color. Alrighty. Okay. Let me look here. Mushrooms are a power food, good for your immunity and gut health. Yep, I like mushrooms. Mushrooms are good, but I do like mushrooms cooked in garlic and butter. So I think all the goodness is gone. Molly grew a yellow onion in Cub Scouts, and I used it to make American chop suey. I bet that was amazing. I bet she loved it because it was her onion as well. Here comes Louis again. Hello, Louis. Sugar is bad. Look, I don't think any food technically is bad. It just depends on how much of it you have. I can live off love and not worry about the price of produce. Oi, stop that. Stop scratching me. Alrighty. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to show again how I do my first stitch. Louis being adorable right now. He's doing the full puppy dog standing, not puppy, the full teddy bear standing up, staring at me thing. You're terrible. You're a bad dog. Go away. No, you're not a bad dog. All right, so just like a normal, like you're going to do a standard chain because you are doing a standard chain. Then back into the same hole, draw through a loop, and then before you go through that and do your single crochet, which is what you would normally do, I bring the tail over and do you mind? And then actually grab both. So you see I've got 2 strands there. So I've got the tail and the working yarn, and I draw those through and keep drawing it through until the tail's free, and then bring it back down. And there's the tail, and I snug it up. Stop it. Scratching on my pants. You're going to rip a hole in them. So yeah. Did that help? Who needed that? Was that Kathy? Kathy wanted to see that again. Stop it. off. I'm going to close the door, and then you can't come in and harass me. You've got 30 minutes, Louis. Okay. 4. Let me look here. Oh, Kathy, sorry. Awesome, Kathy. Excellent. Yeah, it's just a little, it just saves the problem at the start of needing to, oh, hello, of needing to go back and tie off all the ends, because at the end they're all tied up properly. At the start they're soft, so you needed a way to fasten them, because we don't weave the ends in, we cover the ends. So hang on a second. 1 2 3 4, 3 4, then 2, and that goes in there. Okay, all good. It's nothing to see here. Well, there's plenty to see here. It's all very important, and you should never ever leave until the live stream is finished. No, I just didn't make the mistake I thought I made, is really what it boiled down to. So 1 2, then that, then 1 2 3. This does not appear to be making sense to me. Let's have a look. We'll do 3 1 2. Oh, okay, all right, it's lining it up for the first one. That's all right. It's just the first. No, it's not. Hang on a second. I have missed something. Hang on. So 1 2 3 4. 1 2, then 1 1 2 3, then 1. That I have. What have I done? Hang on. I've got to check make sure I'm on the right row here. And 1 2, then 1 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then 1. Okay, that's correct. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4, then 1 2, then okay, I see what I did wrong. All good. Sorry. All good. 1 2, and then it's on top of that one. It's not the one next to it. Helps if you count these things right. And I'm glad I sorted out now and didn't just go, no, I think I'm right. Because that would have really been horrible working that out on the next row when nothing lined up. 1 2 and 3. Yay, it's working. All the little crosses are lining up, so we're getting all little crosses here that are lining up nicely. Oh, thank you for your patience, everybody, while I sorted that out. The beginnings and the ends are the worst. I agree with you, John. For me, especially the beginnings. I always have to double and triple check them. I botch them up left, right, and center. I suppose that most of the repairs I've had to do have all been at the ends. So maybe, yeah, I just hate them both equally. 1 2 3 1 1 2 3. Okay, back to the 1 2 3s again. That makes it easy, so we can work quite quickly. So hopefully we'll get through this last row, because that will mean we finish with this color. This is the last row of this color. So fingers crossed, everybody, that we can do it. Woot from Leanne. Woot woot. Thank you. Thank you very much. Because I'd also like to have the row finished so that after my lunch I can just get in and start packing for my weekend away. Which, you know what? It was one of those things. I totally didn't realize I'd booked into this retreat. I must have booked in last year. And then I get like a message from Leonie running the retreat. Hey, just letting you know, you need to pay your balance, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had to ring my husband. I'm like, hey, I have booked in to go on a retreat on the weekend of my birthday. Is that going to be an issue? And he was like, no, actually that solves a problem, because he's got some school reunion-y thing and he wasn't going to go because he assumed we would go out for tea or something for my birthday. So now he gets to do the thing he wants to do. I get to do the thing I want to do. The only person annoyed is my daughter, because she was like, but now you're not going to be home for your birthday. I'm like, that happens sometimes. I'm watching you, Louis. You look like you're about to get up to shenanigans. Seriously. That face just says to me that you're just going to trash something to get my attention. Do you know when they look at you like they're trying to use the force to make you know what they're thinking about? So, Leanne says, I was going to ask how packing's going. Are you ready? I think I like to double check everything. So I think I've got all the craft stuff ready. I've just got to pack my clothes, really. I'm taking my hoodie. Because of the nature of the retreat, I'm legit taking my track pants. So yeah. Oh, don't want to scare those away who haven't tried one yet. Yeah. I mean, my issue is like when I'm working on them not on camera, I don't have that much of a problem. But when I am doing it here, I seem to stuff it up more. I don't know why that could possibly be. Am I distracted? Maybe. Maybe a little distracted. Whoops, come on. Yeah, so I definitely am packing the projects first, freaky, because we were given like buying lists of fabric and stuff that we needed, and I need to make sure I've got everything I need. Because while there is somewhere to buy some bits and pieces at the retreat, not everything is available. So, are you right there, dude? I definitely want to make sure I've got what I need. Hey, what did you steal? He has legit just stolen something out of the bookshelf and I really hope he can't rip it up, whatever it is. We'll soon find out. I'll be able to hear it. He's taken it into Abby's room, which is the door's open so I can hear. Yeah, I would pause the TV or the audio book and the music at the end and the beginning. Yeah, just to focus on it a little bit. Because they do make sense, sort of. But they are different. Like, you can get into the rhythm of the main body repeat. He's taken it out to the lounge room now, whatever it is. But the beginning and the end are not like in the same rhythm at all. So you do lose that. Is the puppy learning to read now? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. He's very clever. He's too clever for his own good, really. But yes, he's definitely worked out how to read us as people. And the cat has trained him as well. So when the cat's outside and wants to come inside, the cat does something, this weird sort of maneuver at the door, and then the dog comes over and scratches the door like he wants to be let out. And so we go to let him out, but he steps back and the cat comes in. It's very weird. It's the relationship that Tibbles and Louis have. I just heard a weird noise out there. I'm getting a bit nervous. He does get into shenanigans when he's scratching at the door. He really needs to go. I'll be back in 1 second, you guys. I'm just going to go and let him out. I'll be back. Yeah, he was scratching through the mesh on the door. So I had to let him out. So hopefully he won't get stolen. I tend not to let him outside unless I can keep an eye on him because he's so little and he's so friendly that if someone walked up to the fence, they could just lean over and pick him up for cuddles. Maybe you should go and check. Who's going to readjust her hair? What? You were too slow, Freaky. Too slow. Oh, Lisby forgot to change color. How far back, Lisby? Yeah, he needed out time. He was getting very, very insistent. So hopefully he'll be back. He quite often comes in to let me know he's back inside. Then that was meant to be chair, not hair. Well, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. So, yep. Oh dear. But you were still too late. I'm just saying, Freaky. You snooze, you lose. Okay, so only 3/4 of a row, but that's still a lot to have to tink back and change color and redo. But if you don't tink it back and you don't fix it up, it'll do your head in later. Come on, end of row. We can do this. We've got this. So how's everybody going on their projects? Other than Lisby, who forgot to change colors. Is everybody working well on their projects? I'm going to have some more tea from Sally. Sally doesn't do ignoring it. Yeah, look, with things like that, you can't really ignore it. Like if you know that like there was absolutely nothing you could do to fix it, that's a different thing. Sorry, I'm just topping up my tea with hot tea. Yeah, if there's absolutely nothing you could do to fix it, that's different. But if you know you could have just gone back and fixed it, that will plague you. Kathy's on her 109th hat. And like that sounds like an exaggeration, but we know it's not. Leanne's got to go. Bye. Have an awesome weekend. My project has hit roadblock. Need a name. Might leave and move on to the next one. Okay. Hot tea is so much better than cold tea. Like, you know, sorry, tea that's gone cold. Like I like iced tea. Iced tea is fine. But hot tea is better than tea that's gone cold. Bub has done an inch on her 2x2 rib of her mum's socks. I've actually got to make my mum some more gloves. Like they're just fingerless gloves. I've got to find the pattern that I use because she absolutely loves them, and she's got some issues with her wrists, and she's finding she's sleeping in the gloves I gave her every night. So she'd like a second set to rotate through. I'm working on my Tunisian crochet square for the month. I haven't been up to crocheting for about a week, so it feels good to work on something. That's awesome. I know what it's like when you're just not feeling it. Like while my shoulder was like being so much of a butt face, just doing the thought of doing any craft or anything really was just like, oh, I'm going to have to like get a heat pack. And I'm going to, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it was just, it was not an enjoyable process. So it's really nice when you just get that like, oh, I'm back kind of feeling. Angela's working away on another post-virus shawl. Angela, your shawls have been beautiful, and I really appreciate you showing them to us in the Fiberific Fun Zone. I love seeing finished items, and especially at the moment where I'm not getting any finished items because I'm working on this. So I am living vicariously through all of you finishing things because I'm not finished. So, yeah. Pearly has nearly finished the magic heel. Yay, Pearly. That is awesome. So good. So good. I just realized that my elbow action is making the mic shake. I hope that's not bothering you guys. I don't think you can see it in this shot. So that's good. Thank Thanks for sharing growing as well as finished items. Absolutely. This is just growing and growing. The more I work on it, the more I think, am I ever going to use a blanket this big? Because it's huge. Am I ever going to use a blanket this dynamo? Oh, Lisby's finished her tinking and she can get back to the proper color now. Come on, Lisby. You've got this. You've got this. Is this your rainbow socks from the rainbow sock kit that I sent you ages ago? No, Lisby, you have managed well more than one stitch, but you had to undo stitches and change the color. It's not one stitch. You don't get to minus out. You actually doubled them because you tinked them back. You didn't rip them back. I'm sure this blanket you're working on will come in handy on a cold night. I'm sure it will too. We've had some very cold nights this year. Oh, it's that kit. Why is there an erg? Why is there an erg after my rainbow sock kit? I'm taking this very personally now. Oh man, those rainbow sock kits were a lot of work to make with all like 12 colors in 5-gram increments and oh. I'm feeling offended. I'm feeling offended that there's no fast comment to come back and tell me, no. Oh, right. Okay, because I'm too lazy to work on it more and I just want the socks now. Okay, I get that. I understand that. So it's not the kit. just just laying that out there. It's not the kit that I made and sent you. It's just that you want to wear the socks. I'm not needy at all. No. Oh dear. We are getting close to the end here. I can see it. The end of this color is in sight. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Does anybody else get excited about finishing a color? Not Lisby, obviously, but anybody else? I'm like, oh my god. And that's it. This is the second use of this color. So this color is Dunsky's. What's left in it will get used for either the edging or a scrappy blanket. It's 100% Lisby. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh my gosh. I'm like watching the clock and I'm watching the end of this row. Another 4 hours in the live events. I wish, Freaky. I don't think my voice could last that long today. And I've got to get some stuff done. There's some washing I want to get done of things that I totally want to take away, like warming clothes. I don't have tons of warm clothes because I live in the subtropics, so I kind of rotate through the same sort of half a dozen shirts and the same half a dozen pairs of pants every week. Have to finish an unfinished knitting project 20 odd years old before I die. Judith, is it time to frog that project and use the yarn for something else? Or is it something you really, really, really want and that you just haven't finished? Because I had like an entire 100-liter crate of unfinished projects, like UFOs, right? And I sat down and I looked at each thing, and I think there was something like 15 or 18 of them. I can't remember the exact number. There's now 3 because I realized the reason why some of them were not finished is because I didn't like them. I didn't like the pattern, or I didn't like the yarn, or the yarn and the pattern didn't go together, or there was some reason why I didn't like them. So I frogged them and reclaimed the yarn. I'm like, I'll have that for something else. Some of them, I just went, you know what? Gone. And I literally threw them in the bin. I didn't like the yarn. I didn't like the pattern. And I didn't want the real estate being used up in my head of me not finishing another project, blah, blah, blah. So I made a decision on that project, and that project hit the wheelie bin. So it went to the trash. Now, admittedly, that was cheap yarn. It was nasty yarn, and it should never have been used for that project. It was a bad decision as a beginner crafter. So I was okay with it. Any of the ones that use nice yarns, I reclaimed the yarns. So they're all balled up in the stash now. But sometimes we have to sit down and we have to have a think. Is this for us? Will I use this? Will it be something that I want after all this is over? Especially with the amount of work that goes into some projects, you really have to decide, do I want this? Is it worth this much effort for me? Oops, too many stitches. So, yep, fed that back in right, so that's good. I don't even know what I'm going to have for lunch today. I knew yesterday because we had tacos the night before, so I made my little cheetah taco salad. But last night we just had sausages and salad for tea, so there's no leftovers. I'll have to plan something to eat. It's annoying. I never have a think, but I'm sure I've had a few thunks. Probably. Okay, we are coming up to the final repeat of this color. Okay, 1, 2. We're on the last section. 1, 2, and 3. Then that. Then 1, 2, 3. And then this. Oops. There you go. And 1, 2, and then 4. All right. What did I miss here? Is Emma off? Heading off. Bye, Emma. Have an awesome day. All right. We have finished with the persimmon. It's over. Yay. Bye, persimmon. Alrighty. Now, I'm not going to start another row, you guys, just because I'm not going to have time to get it finished. And I need to clear this table after live stream because I've got to use it for a task before I can do my packing. But where are we? Where's my little thing? I want my little thing. Mark off where I'm up to. I finished row 185, 183, 184, and 185. So then we do a row of purple, and then we change over to the new color, which is this one called Coral. Coral, yep. There we go. And this is the second chart. So we just work this chart. We've just got from here to here to go on this chart. And then we're over here, and then we go from here to there. And then the blanket's finished. And then we do the border. Don't get too excited, Chantel. We still have to do the border. Back over to this camera. So we have finished that row. I'm very excited. I'm going to have a little drink of water. Oops, what did I do there? Oh, I pressed a button and made that screen big and lost all the comments. Come back, comments. There we go. I don't know how many more rows there are to go. Lots of rows. I'm having corned beef and cheese in puff pastry. Artog has an assortment of potato leftovers instead of noodles. Nice. Have a great time at the retreat this week, and happy birthday for Saturday. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this week, this Saturday, Australian Saturday, US Friday is my birthday. So I'm sure I'll have cake. I will definitely partake of cake. Artok is having chips and wedges smothered in chili. Add some sour cream to that, and I'd be down for the chips and wedges party for sure. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this weekend. John says, wait, what are we waiting for? Have a fun time this weekend. I will. I'm not going just yet, like, guys. I know because I'm not continuing on the craft for the next few minutes. My birthday retreat weekend. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. So it's like it's at the same venue that we're having our retreat at. So I get to be there like a month before it happens, just to double check everything's all cool and everything's how we like it. Finalize. I actually sit down with the organizers and finalize some of the stuff for our retreat. So yeah, it will be fun. It will be fun. John, what are we waiting for, John? Just out of curiosity. Wait. I'm waiting, John. How long do I have to wait? Your birthday is either Friday or Saturday, longitude, doesn't matter. Well, my birthday is in my time zone. For me, right now, here it'll be Saturday. So, yeah, it's the 20th. So, whatever the 20th is, it falls for you. I don't know. Oh, John, I understand now. It's fine. I'm tired, okay? Because today is not the 18th for you all. Gosh, it's good. Yeah. Thanks, John. It's all good. It just took me a minute, okay? It just took me a little minute. I do. It's like a bad decision to have tea instead of coffee. The brain is just like not quite fired in yet. We need more music. It'll be the 18th in 2 hours for John. Mm. Oh my goodness, you guys crack me up so much. You definitely keep me real and grounded, that's for sure. like like there's no, off with the fairies for me. You guys always keep me grounded. I love it. Oh, more coffee. I definitely need more coffee. Angela's with John. Yes, I know. Because John's actually right. Taking the daughter shopping for her birthday this weekend. My son already has his gift. Both birthdays are on Sunday. Wow. Are they twins or is it just rolled that way? I've got a friend who has 3 kids and all 3 kids' birthdays, while they're like at least 2 years apart, um, their birthday falls on the same sort of week every year. Real and grounded is less fun than mythical and flying. Truth. That is true. Um, um, our first Thanksgiving dinner, my ex asked me what day Thanksgiving was. It's Thursday every year. Wow. They're 5 years apart, Vampire, and they just happen to have the same birthday. That is so it's, like, weird, and I think it's cool. They may not think it's cool because they have to share their birthday. Um, but that's gonna be fun. Birthday shopping is fun, especially if you know that you can get what they want. It's not so much fun when they want something weird and outrageous and there's just no physical way for you to get it for them. You're just like, "Yeah, sorry, honey, can't buy you a car." Um, Abby's like, "Still dropping hints. I'll be 18 in April. I mean, if I don't have a car by then," and we're just like, "Yeah, no." Oh, bang. Um, Judith is I think Judith, you're talking oh, no, Judith has removed her comment. Son was happy but would have preferred a bicycle instead of a sister. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Yeah. My older brother and I have a week between our birthdays, 4 years apart. He's closer to 100 than I. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, we worked out that for my friend that, you know, it was the right amount of days from their wedding anniversary. So and they always went away for their anniversary. So we had a good old laugh about that. It's amazing the things you just don't it doesn't click. Um, yeah, it's birthdays are fun. I like birthdays. I know not everybody does birthdays, and we don't always do like a big thing or anything like that for birthdays, but I like to mark the time. This year's not like a nice big round number or anything like that. I think my next round number is 50, so I'm not quite ready for that one yet. But by the time I get there, I should be. Um, Lisby says we're all 3 weeks apart with Christmas in the middle. Wow. Okay. Oh, Angela was her aunt and uncle's wedding anniversary present. That's pretty cool. Nat says that my husband's birthday is 9 months after Christmas. I know someone whose daughters were born on the same day, but at 8 years apart. John's 50 in 3.5 years. I know, John. I'm with you on that one. It's just I don't feel like I'm that close to 50. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't feel it. I feel I'd probably, I'm probably immature, and that's why I don't feel like I'm coming up to 50. Um, my other numbers are different shape, and they are not round. Yes, Sue says 50 is in the rear view for her. Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, when I was a kid, or even when I was, like, in my 20s, people who are in their 50s seemed, I don't know, like, they just seem different, like, I don't wanna say old because that's not what I'm thinking. They just seemed like they're in a different place in their lives, they were doing different things, and, like, I'm heading towards 50 and I'm not doing any of those things, and it's just like, I'm not quite sure, where I fit in the whole age thing. So, head tells me I'm young, my body tells me I'm old. I do. My body is so clapped out. It's just like, "Can I trade this in? Can I please have some new knees, a different shoulder, and, a different back? Thanks very much." Um, um, I used to joke about being a 50-year-old in a young person's body because I love to craft. It's not so funny now. Yeah, yeah, it is definitely one of those things, isn't it? I have to go feed the potty because he's calling. Aw. Pretend you're going on 200 and go skydiving. I actually have 0 interest in skydiving or parachuting or anything that involves me jumping out of a perfectly good plane. Um, I know lots of people do, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go by myself because my husband's not allowed to do it anymore, and I think that's part of it for me is I'd be too scared to go by myself. Um, mind of a 21-year-old, body of an 80-year-old, actual age is somewhere in the middle. That's an excellent description of me. That's an actually, I think I've got the mind of like a 30-year-old. I think I'm a bit more mature than I was at 21. Um, yeah, Angela's like, "Same here, I'm just gonna stay on the plane." Yeah, I get on planes to go somewhere, not to jump out part the way. So, yeah. Anyway, awesome people. I'm going to sign off for today. It has been so much fun. It's always so much fun hanging out with you all. And I will catch you all next Thursday. I'll give you a roundup of the retreat. I might even take some photos and add them to Instagram because my Instagram has been sorely neglected. So if you want to check out my Instagram, you can. It's just Fiberific on Instagram. So I'll catch you all later, and you guys have an awesome weekend. Bye now.